don't know what's overcome me, but I'm feeling the intense urge to buy a lot of books. And I'm usually a library girl, but right now I'm reading Love Theoretically by Ellie Hazelwood, and I just have this urge to underline all the time she mentions cheese because it is a lot. But I can't do that because it's a library book, so I just am kind of wanting to have some books that are my own and I can scribble in and annotate as I please. So we're going to check out 2 independent bookstores in Chicago today. One is solely focused on romance, which is amazing. I've never been to a bookstore like that before. And then the other one is focused on plays and theatrical works. But first I have some holds from the library that they are going to take away from me if I don't pick them up. So we're going to do that first. Let's go to the library. That romance bookstore, the last chapter, was so freaking cute. I'm so excited to have found it. I love how they have everything separated by little sections. And now I'm like, maybe I want to get into sports romance? Who knows? They were sold out of some things that I was interested in, so my haul isn't as large as I expected. So I might go to another bookstore today. But right now we're going to head over to the drama bookstore, the Understudy. And I'm so excited to see what plays I can find, hopefully some weird ones. So let's head over there now. I feel like this has been an amazing day already because I just love wandering through bookstores and just taking my time looking at interesting covers, reading the synopses. I could literally just do that all day. The first bookstore that we went to, the last chapter, that's that all romance bookstore, I cannot wait to go back, especially when they get more stuff in stock. I didn't expect them to have such a big selection of just like accessories. They have a bunch of stickers that you could like put on your Kindle, and now I want to get a clear case for my Kindle so I can do that. And then the Understudy was also a very cool bookstore, but I forgot how how overwhelming it is looking for plays when you don't have a selection in mind, because there aren't just interesting covers for you to go off of. It's all just different colors and you're kind of on your own aside from what recommendations you can get from people who work there. So I'll definitely be returning there with a plan in place. Afterwards, we went to City Lit and I was able to get a physical copy of one of my recent 5-star reads, which is very exciting. So let's just do a little book haul. And I'll start with the ones I got off hold at the library. The first one that I got is The Only One Left by Riley Sager. And this is a thriller. It's like a gothic vibe. Basically, a woman is working as a caretaker for a Lizzie Borden-esque assumed murderer. But now she's in her 70s and she's old and frail and not posing a threat. So we think. I've heard really good things about this book. I believe it's a newer release, and I'm trying to get back into thrillers and mysteries. I've missed reading them. Next, I got 2 romances. The first one is Act Your Age, Eve Brown, and this is in a trilogy of sorts about the Brown sisters. There's Get a Life, Chloe Brown, and Take a Hint, Dani Brown. And I haven't read any of those, but this one just appealed to me because I think people consider Eve to be a bit of a childish hot mess, and I can relate to that. And the other one that I got is Go Hex Yourself by Jessica Clare. This is a bit of a witchy magical romance. The main lady character is a familiar to a powerful witch, and that powerful witch has an annoying nephew. So there's a bit of enemies to lovers here, and I feel like that just looks like Adam Driver. Yeah. So those are my holds, and let's check out the books that I bought. So from the romance bookstore last chapter, I got This Could Be Us. I have been seeing this everywhere, and everyone's saying such good things about it, how it's such like a mature approach to a romance novel, like there isn't a ton of miscommunication. It's like a healthy relationship is shown, and that sounds so refreshing. I believe this is the second in the series, but the first one is like she's divorcing her husband, but then they start to rekindle, and I don't like second chance romances, so I'm just gonna start from here. And lastly, I picked up A Demon's Guide to Wooing a Witch. This is one of my recent 5-star reads, and I just am obsessed with the writing, obsessed with the characters, and I know that I just want to keep it and annotate it and have it with me forever. They had the first book in the series there, but I realized that I just do not like buying books that I haven't read yet. Like, I feel my process is I take it out from the library and then I like it so much that I have to have it. But to buy a book blind, like this one, This Could Be Us by Kennedy Ryan, I bought this because the praise has just been so overwhelming that I'm like, even if I don't like it, I can definitely find someone to buy it. But it just feels so risky, especially when books are like $17, $18 and I want to shop independent local bookstores, like the money. So I'm just so glad that libraries exist, and I can't wait to now start doing even more holds now that I've cleared them up. I actually added some to my holds from this trip because I saw some books that looked interesting, but I was like, I don't want to chance it. I have to keep shifting with the sun. But I added Heartless Hunter, which is a fantasy enemies to lovers romance. She's a witch, he's a witch hunter. I'm interested. But I also believe that recently came out, so some bookstores just didn't have it. And then I added The 7-Year Slip. I've heard so many people raving about this book, but I was kind of flipping through a couple pages and I was like, I don't really know about this writing just yet. So I added that to my holds list, and I'm number 102. So I have books to keep me company while I wait. And then I'm so torn on the ACOTAR series. I'm halfway through the audiobook for the first one and I am liking it, but I'm like, do I like it enough to pick up the first book without even finishing it, let alone get the second, third, fourth? So I definitely think I'm not gonna do that. So I'm just gonna be patient and not spend my money, even though it is physically hard to do. But I think that's everything for me here. I now have an enormous stack of books, which is just how I like it. And I'm gonna get back to Love Theoretically and see how she's doing with her cheese. So thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope your next book is a 5-star. And if you like this kind of reading video, I did a weekly reading vlog a little bit back that you can check out. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.